Welcome back to Business on City News 570, powered by Cowan Insurance. We are joined by a new Cowan friend today, Heather Durham. She's a commercial sales consultant in the small business group at Cowan Insurance Group. And Gregory, it's always great to have new friends from Cowan. There's an interesting program that's been, I think it's 15 years or so, and it's specific to those kind of in that personal services area. And it's, it's interesting that there are very specific programs for different types of businesses. This one we focus on what we call the Beauticians Choice Program for those that are in that personal services realm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Heather, great to have you on, by the way, and
Thank you for
welcome to join
me.
us anytime. So
Thank you.
It's awesome. But this is really interesting. I think more and more beauticians or salons or hairstylists are really broadening their scope on the services that they offer, and along with that, from a worrisome perspective, what you kind of hope, I guess, as a consumer is that your salon is really understanding the liability exposures that they're having. And so let's talk a little bit about the Beautician's Choice program through Cowan. Because it's really important if you operate or someone that operates one of these facilities that they need to be really thinking about the exposure that they have.
Yeah, absolutely. So yes, so our Beautician's Choice program is written through Economical. It's been with Cowan for over 15 years. And we insure hairstylists, estheticians, nail tech, laser techs, electrolysis, estheticians. We insure them if they work from home, if they rent a room, if they own a whole spa with employees. And there are certain packages that we customize each business or individual specifically for. So it's customized right for that individual and their business.
And that's important. I mean, obviously business insurance for everyone should have it. Like you're operating a business, you should have that, whether it's errors and omissions or the personal side, but especially when you're dealing face to face, your client is someone else. I mean, there's a variety of parts of this that are important to have to protect yourself, protect your business. In many cases, one and the same. Talk a little bit about what are the types of things. I mean, obviously things like slips and trips and falls, that sort of thing on your premises, whether it's at home or otherwise. Talk about some of the elements that are in here that you provide that coverage to your clients.
Yeah, so the program has a commercial general liability and professional liability. So if you're working from home and somebody comes to see you and say they slip, trip, or fall, your home policy is not going to respond to that because they're coming to see you for your business. And then the professional liability is if something happens to that person as a result of the service, and then they come back and try to sue you. There is contents coverage, equipment coverage, business interruption, sewer backup, crime, tenants improvements, and cyber coverage.
I think what's important to understand is it's a specialty. Actually, it's a specialty business. And when you start talking about electrolysis, and I personally know individuals that my mother-in-law, in fact, who is allergic to certain dyes, and it can get pretty bad where she has to actually go to the hospital. And so it's an industry that has some risks to it for the operator's perspective. And
absolutely,
having a policy specifically designed around the industry itself or the business itself is probably a huge advantage, because you're taking into consideration all of those potential risks that they may have.
Absolutely. It's a niche market.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, so just as we wrap up, who's eligible and where do you find it? I think there's, it's available certainly throughout Ontario, most of the country. There's a couple of exceptions, but if you're in the spa industry, the personal services industry in this aspect, tell us where you can find this.
Yeah, so you can Google us. You can look on the Cowan Insurance website. We go to the ESI Aesthetic Show in Toronto every year, and I'm on LinkedIn. So everybody that is certified, that has training for aesthetics, or that is a licensed hairdresser qualifies. So as long as you have training, you're covered. We don't cover Quebec or on Quebec Island, but we're Canada-wide.
Or Vancouver Island.
Vancouver Island. Sorry,
next time you come on, I want to know why Vancouver Island, where my parents are from, is excluded from this. But we'll have to say that for next time. Listen, thanks so much for joining us today. Important. We always say, make sure you have insurance if you're running a business, so you protect yourself. It's risk mitigation, no matter what your business is, and always a good idea to have a conversation with our friends at Cowan Insurance, or whoever your insurance supplier is, to protect yourself, your assets, your business, and your personal assets. Thanks so much for joining us today, Heather.
Thank you very much for having me. Take care.
All right, we've been joined by Heather Durham. She's a commercial sales consultant in the small business area at Cowan Insurance Group.